Hi, I'm Jeanette from Growth Unlimited, and I'm really happy to be with you tonight. Tonight we're talking about how to deal with holiday overwhelm. This is a survival guide. You know, every year the holidays bring additional stresses and difficulties for everyone. And every year I read articles and talk to people on a regular basis about how the holidays are being overwhelming and how they're handling stress. And there's a great deal of literature out there about what kinds of stressors people feel and why depression and anxiety and other things occur at a higher level during the holiday season. Well, you know, this year is even more different. There are even more issues and more problems that are coming up because of the current world situation that we have. And so let's talk a little bit about how you can deal with the different overwhelm that you're experiencing with this year's holiday system. I'm actually going to share a total of, it looks like there are 7 different ideas that you can use to help alleviate the pressures that you're feeling with the holidays. And let's get started. First of all, plan ahead as much as possible. Try to keep as much normalcy in your life as you can. For many, many years, I planned my Christmas shopping year-round. And usually by the mid to end part of October, I had purchased every gift that I was going to give for that year. That did a couple of things. First of all, I didn't have the last minute crunch and frustration, not sure about how I was going to get through the Christmas buying season. Secondly, I was able to shop more at leisure. I had more money available. I was able to pick gifts that were more effective and more purposeful for the people that I gave. And third, I didn't have the pressure, and I liked that. Well, my life has changed a little bit, and a lot of the people that I was giving gifts to at that point in time, it's not feasible for me to shop for them because they're further away from me. I'm not in their lives on an everyday basis, and so it's harder for me to understand how to find the most effective gift for them. And so I found that a lot of my gift giving and my gift purchasing has moved more towards the end of the year. I still try to provide as much latitude as I can in terms of the amount of time that I give myself to get them done. And I try to get done early. For example, it is currently December 8th as I'm doing this video, and my shopping has been done. All my gifts have been wrapped and delivered to everyone across the country that I'm giving gifts to. And so in the current situation we're in, this has been really, really nice because now that I'm facing the additional pressures that I'm talking about in other videos in this series, as well as a little bit in this video, I'm able to focus my energy and effort on the things that I have to deal with in the moment. Okay, secondly, drop any ideas of perfection that you might have. You know, I used to enter the season with a preconceived set of notions about what the perfect Christmas would look like. And I was always anxious and pushed and pressured and stressed because my goal was to make it the perfect Christmas. As time has gone on, I've kind of learned how to step back and relax a little bit. And I have a tendency to take Christmas more on a day-to-day basis and deal with what is happening and focus on enjoying the things that I find enjoyable each day. That means every year is different. That means that while there are some things that I do that are consistent from year to year, such as certain decorations that I may put out or certain activities that I may do, when I am faced with the kinds of things that we're faced with during this particular very, very strange Christmas season, I am able to cope with them better because I am not stuck with those preconceived notions of perfection. And number 3, don't make too many plans. Boy, this has been an important one for me this year. with the restrictions that we've had because of the COVID-19 pandemic, a lot of the things that I would normally do have been put on the back burner, just simply to handle the things that are happening in our day-to-day lives. And so there haven't been too many plans, and that has been a real blessing as I have found myself in the situation that I'm in now, where last-minute, major, life-changing plans have to be made to be implemented before the end of the year. Okay, number 4, be generous, but know your limits. Here again, this is something that's come into play for me this year. With a major move halfway across the country occurring before the end of the year, my budget has changed drastically in just the last few days. Resources need to be allocated differently and handled differently. I don't have the time, the space of the time frame to make the plan so that I can do it more comfortably and more seamlessly. I find myself in crisis mode where I need to move forward now, and being able to know what my limits are financially has made that possible. I still feel like I'm being generous. I'm just not giving away my shirt with the process of doing it. The people that I care for feel cared for. The people that I want to recognize and honor feel recognized and honored. And that's the thing that I've had to let myself know is okay. It's perfectly okay to be in that place, particularly this year. Staying on budget has saved me a whole lot of stress. Number 5, be grateful. And this is something here again this year I think is even more important than it has been in past years. Gratitude is the thing that gets me through the day right now. If I weren't grateful for the things that I have, the awareness that I have, the support that I have, the things that are working well in my life, the things that are not working so well in my life would be overwhelming and destructive in my ability to get done what I need to do. Okay, number 6, don't neglect your routine. Each one of us should have a routine that we handle on a day-to-day basis. And depending on where you are in your personal development, your routine may be either fairly complicated or it could be fairly simple. My routine is fairly complicated. I have my daily routine that I do every single day. I have the business routine that I have that I use for each of the businesses that I own and operate. And being able to live with that routine allows me to handle the things that have slammed into me and caused problems, making it possible for me to maintain a level of resilience so that I can handle the situation and still get things done. Now with this move in place, it's even more important because what I'm doing at this point is changing once again, here again using resilience. But I'm staying within the routine. I know what has to be done before I leave California on the 22nd. And I have been able to reprioritize and reestablish the schedule so that even though I am very, very busy and very, very inundated, everything is getting done. And the people that are counting on me to do the things that I have agreed to do are able to still count on me to do it. This has helped me because it's helping me maintain the relationships that are important to me, and it's helping me feel satisfaction and control with what's going on in my life. Now, all of us deal with unpleasant people that we have to deal with during the holidays. And if you have some not so friendly relatives or acquaintances, one of the best things that you can do is realize that there is only so much you can do. I know that the people like this that are in my life, I have a tendency through most of the year to avoid dealing with them. I just simply don't include them in the process of what's going on in my life so that if something comes up, I can handle it and move on more quickly. That's harder during the holidays. And sometimes the people that are in this category can get to you and say rude things and or things that make you feel bad. And I think the thing that we have to do in this kind of situation is realize that that is what is going on. You don't have control over that situation, and just let it go. You know, if you choose not to let it affect you, it won't. And so when I run into something, I had a run-in the other day with somebody who was quite unpleasant. And what I ended up doing was I looked at them and I said, you know, I really feel bad that you're struggling with the things that you're struggling with the way you are right now. And then I walked away. And when I walked away, rather than thinking about all the mean things that they said to me and how I felt about that, I just let it be their problem, not mine. And you know what? It is their problem, not mine. It is something that doesn't have to affect me unless I choose to let it. And so that's probably the best thing I can suggest to anyone that they do when you're dealing, especially this time of year, and especially in this particular year, when you deal with that kind of unpleasantness. Recognize what belongs to you and recognize what doesn't. And don't take responsibility for things that you have no control over. Hey, make the most of your holidays. You know, even you don't have to be overwhelmed by the holidays if you don't want to be. And remember, the holidays are not about money. It's about spending time together, being grateful for each other, and of course, love. Focus on those things, and you won't be overwhelmed by your holidays either. Thanks for joining me. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe and share it with your friends. Let me know what you're doing to avoid holiday overwhelm in the comments below. I appreciate talking with you, and I will be back in touch with you within the next few days, so sit back, enjoy, and take your holiday on. Happy holidays, everyone, and thanks so much for watching. Visit us at www.growthunlimited.org to see how you too can take control of your life. Bye now. I'll see you next time.